All right. Welcome back. Finally, week
It's
18.
over.
We made it. We made it. I can't believe it. It was such a long and enduring season of nonsense and crap and
Depression.
depression and therapy needs. But we are the mother and son of Family Bonding, the post game show for the New York Giants. And let me just say this. We appreciate everybody who's joined us this season. We appreciate all of you for subscribing, sharing with friends, and just showing up for us and communicating with us and commenting even after the show. So thank you. Keep doing that. And we're definitely going to get back to you throughout the rest of the off season on other things that pop up, especially as the moves come around with what they're going to do with the roster and hopefully the front office. All right, the Sun. I'm going to just throw it to you because we won a meaningless game. It was meaningful actually because it actually pushed us down further in the draft. But what else can we expect from this team? What about that, Sun?
Well, it depends on the rest of the games. If everyone else wins miraculously, then we could still be top two. So, and I do mean if every single team that sucks wins, we can still be number two. But if that doesn't happen, we'll probably be pushed out of top five, possibly even top seven. We may be top seven or even eight. So there's that. And I know a lot of Giants fans wanted us to um, just win these games because we don't necessarily need the pick. It's not about needing the pick, it's about using that pick to give to another team to get more draft picks. That was the whole point. It has nothing to do with getting the first or second overall pick to replace Jackson Dart or something like that. Because some people think that we could have gotten the first pick and replaced Jackson Dart. So I need to start with that before we start with anything. Because I'm wearing my In Dart We Trust shirt right now. Okay? I need to say something. Jackson Dart is our franchise quarterback for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, yeah.
He has the intangibles that a quarterback who would last 10 years has. And by 10 years, I mean that's the minimum you'd expect a franchise quarterback to last, at least 10 years. So he has those intangibles. He's coachable. He makes adjustments based on how he played the first couple of weeks of the season when he got his debut to now. He's no longer really trying to throw his body into contact. He's not trying to run it head first like he's in college. He finally understands that these some big boys out here and they're gonna try to take your head off. He gets that now. He makes
Yeah.
the big plays when you need him to. We didn't need this win, but you know what? Seeing him play well today, with the bare minimum, by the way, no Wandale Robinson, the only receiver to have over 1,000 yards on the Giants this season. No Wandale Robinson. Darius Slayton caught a ball for once that was unfortunately called back because it was offensive been pass interference on him. He's did that a lot this season. So no surprise there, but the guy actually caught a football. And he did it when
True.
we needed him to. Despite it getting called back, he did show up to play, regardless of it getting called back. You got
True.
Daniel Bellinger getting a big touchdown again on a backhanded throw that was very Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers esque from Jackson Dart, which is exciting to see because we didn't see any Giants quarterback do that in the last 15 years. Eli Manning never made throws like that. He made some crazy throws in the Super Bowl and the playoff runs that we had, but Eli Manning doesn't do those kind of things. Jackson Dart has a different skill set that I think is perfect for the modern day of football and how the game is played. And I do think that all the Giants need to do is to continue to improve the team around him. The offensive line has improved from being a bottom five, bottom three offensive line to being in the middle of the pack at 17. We finished 17 in the country for offensive line, which is a massive improvement. We're in the top 17 of football teams. So the only way to go is up. So we did improve the offensive line. And I hate to say this, I have to credit Joe Shane for doing so. And he also helped us with our cap space issues. So we have
Ah,
made some improvements over the years with Joe Shane. I still don't want Joe Shane in this office. I still don't want him there. But the fact of the matter is, unfortunately, he's staying. They announced and confirmed it during this game. The one moment where I was actually paying attention to the bull crap that was happening on the sideline because they were just looking at the sideline people. They weren't even really watching the game yet. The game they were all it was basically like after a timeout or something. And the commentators said that the Giants will be sticking with Joe Shane. This, of course, initially made me really mad. But then I thought about everything that I just told you about improving the offensive line, getting Jackson Dart. Yes, there are a lot of first round busts, and Abdul Carter still remains to be on that. Maybe he's a bust, maybe not. He is improving toward the end of the season. He had a way better stretch of these last 4 to 5 games than he did the whole season. But that's not enough to make up for the fact that you had a tackle and a half, if that, a game. And it took you, 17 games to get 3 sacks, 4 sacks, when we expected you to get at least 8 to 10. I didn't expect him to get more than 10. I expected at least 10. We didn't even get close to that. I don't even think we got half. So that's still a disappointment. And it's something that we can possibly put on Shane Bone as the defensive coordinator. We could see, because he did do better not under Shane Bone. His stats are better when Shane Bone left. But again, these hirings of coaching falls on the general manager. If you're going to hire these people with that personnel you got, and you know what kind of personnel you have to make it make sense. You can't get a defensive coordinator that shies away from blitzing when you
No,
have Abdul Carter, Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, you have Dexter Lawrence, you have all these people that, and even some people coming off the bench that sometimes will come in when they need rest. They come in and make some plays. We have a good pass rush. Just friggin' use it. We didn't use it. That's the bottom line. We just didn't use it the way we could have. We have all the necessities and pieces for success, but we didn't use them or execute properly. And yes, there were some injuries: Cam Scatterboom, Malik Neighbors, and some others. But those are the most notable injuries that we had on offense. Now, let's talk about the disturbing stuff, because we got to get to this. The Giants have won a meaningless game against the Cowboys. The last time this happened was in 2021, and our record was, wait for it, 4-13.
God.
That's the last time we beat the Cowboys. I just want everybody to understand that. I'm gonna say it again. The last time we beat the Cowboys was in a meaningless game, and our record was 4-13. This year, we play against half the team. The half of that team was backups we played against today. They even took Dak Prescott out. They said, "Screw it, we're already down 14. Just bring in the backup for the rest of the game." They didn't even care. It's a meaningless win. As Giants fans, you shouldn't be proud that we beat the Cowboys this way.
No, absolutely
It's a
not.
slap in the face.
It
And if
is.
anything, Jerry Jones probably wants us to sabotage ourselves by getting a lower draft pick anyway. So to him, it's a win. So if you're happy about this win, seriously think about why you're happy. Are you happy because we beat the Cowboys? Are you happy because Jackson Dart looked good? Are you happy that because the future still looks somewhat bright? There's still a light at the end of the tunnel. They just got to figure it out. If you're happy that we won this game, the joke's on you. You shouldn't be happy about this win. It was a slap in the face victory. It was a whatever, we're phoning it in for the rest of the season game. That's all it was. We're just phoning it in. This is the last game. Screw it. It's not for anything. The Cowboys didn't even have a chance to make it to the playoffs. That's how you know they didn't give a damn. They couldn't even make the playoffs if they won this game. So they didn't care. I just wanted to say that. But let's get into the other disturbing fact. The last time the Cowboys got beat by the Giants in a meaningful game was the same friggin' year that we had the Miami Cruise.
The freaking cruise. Oh God, the thing that it
The
just keeps
Cruise,
popping up.
I looked it up. I needed to know when the last time we beat them and we had an above 500 record and were eligible for the playoffs. We were 11-5 that season. We beat them. That's the last time we beat them in 2016. We were 11-5. Went right to the playoffs following a Miami Cruise and stunk up the joint. We haven't recovered from it since. We have nothing
Freaking
but
boat cruise.
6 and 10 win seasons, 5-11, 4-12, 4-13, whatever the frig it is, because the games went from 16 to 17 at one point. But we have never won more than 8 games since that one fluke season with the easiest Pop Warner schedule you could think of.
Pop Warner's.
That's what it was. The schedule was easy. The whole division made it to the playoffs. Our whole
Oh my
division
God.
qualified for the playoffs. You can't tell me that that season wasn't a joke. The whole division. I'm pretty sure that team was still called the Washington football team at that time. I don't even remember
Yeah.
if they were the Commanders. They might have been the Commanders. It doesn't matter.
They haven't been the Commanders that long. I do think it was either still the Redskins or the Washington football team. Yeah.
That's the last time we've had a meaningful season when the whole division qualified for the playoffs. That shows you how easy the schedule was because divisions usually follow the same schedules. You play the same people, just at different times, obviously. So the Giants haven't won a meaningful game against the Cowboys in almost. Actually, no, it's been 10 years. We're in 2026. We haven't won a meaningful game against the Cowboys in a decade. So, for anybody
Yeah.
that's happy, really consider what it is that you're happy about. If you're happy about a win against the Cowboys, I'm sorry. That's just it's just wrong. It's not even a real win. What we need to focus on now is since we know that Joe Schoen is freaking staying, and a lot of it I would argue is because John Mara has his cancer issues right now, and
He doesn't have time.
replacing a head coach and a general manager doesn't make sense. It's too much work and stress.
It is a lot of stress. It is a lot
going
of
through
extra
procedures.
work. Yeah.
So now there's another theory. You got people thinking, what if we fire Joe Schoen after the draft? So who are you going to hire then?
Yeah.
Like
No,
you got to figure
let's
this.
not do that. Let's not do that. Yeah, right. It's not.
Either
yeah.
he gets fired today, or we just have to deal with him for one. It better only be one more year.
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Yeah,
doesn't deserve. He doesn't deserve to be here longer than he should already be gone. He should be gone. What do you think, man?
I have said it over and over again that there's a saying in some cultures, and I think it's in Hispanic cultures, the fish. It's a set, and they say it in Spanish, but in English, it's the fish rots from the head, and that's the situation we have here. And you did mention
Pretty
there
much.
were there were some moments that Joe Schoen made some moves that we've benefited from, but there's probably more that we haven't. So, and we definitely kept Dayball too long. I think that could have been that could have been a GM thing where we could if he had just cut his losses sooner. So I don't think he's the guy. And again, I feel like I say it every podcast. We can't forget the freaking HBO Hard Knocks, where we saw him asking his children what he should do. I can't get past. I will never be past that as long as I see this man in the front office. That he's asking his kids what he should do, and his inability to make a decision led to us losing our most popular and most productive player on the team at the time, Barkley.
Barkley, you could argue, is one of our most popular players in the last 25 years.
Absolutely.
You could argue that.
Yeah. So I don't know. For me, it's just time to just start things anew. New coach, new GM. How this is going to be done, I don't know. Maybe maybe Joe Schoen will go for some leadership training. I could give some tips. I do leadership training. That's one of my actual day-to-day profession. Leadership communication training, leadership training. Hit me up, New York Giants. But if nothing else, send the guy to UPenn for executive education, Harvard executive leadership training. They have great programs that they're not long. You could do it for a weekend. He needs help. He needs help. He needs to understand. He also needs, again, in addition to leadership communications, I do public relations. I do help people with how to present themselves in public. That was bad what he did on Hard Knocks. He should have never allowed cameras to see him in that indecisive moment. So for that reason, I would want him to just be out. And let's start off anew with someone who I haven't seen ask their 10-year-old what they should do.
I thought they were 5. It was a little girl.
There was one that was the boy. He was older. The boy was older.
But then he asked the girl, he told her to point at a name. He said, pick one of these names. And she went and she put her finger on Jaden Daniels. So then that's when he tried to go trade up with the Patriots so he could try to get Jaden Daniels. And the Patriots said, sorry, we're not giving you this pick. So then we didn't get Jaden Daniels. He was going to go for Jaden Daniels, but because he couldn't swap with the Patriots to get the higher pick above the Commanders got Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. It's just
he was literally going to go to Jaden Daniels just because his 5-year-old pointed at the freaking name. just think about it.
It's hard. You can't even make this up. We don't even need to make it up.
It's there. There's visual footage.
It's visual footage available on your HBO Max anytime you want to watch it.
And don't forget, he outed himself in the beginning of Hard Knocks. He said, I don't listen to sports talk radios and none of that stuff. I don't listen to anything about sports, about the New York Giants or sports or area or football, nothing. And I'm like,
And that was a mistake too, to even admit
why
that,
would you
because
admit
he really,
that?
yeah, he definitely should be in the trenches looking at everything. Look what everybody's saying. Looking at what your competitors are saying. Who are you competing against for these stars? Who needs your star? And think and consider that. I mean, in the work that I do, my friends, I read, print, and read, listen to, watch everything across industries because I speak in front of different industries. I learn what the issues are in those industries. And that's something that he should be doing within his own industry. Is kind of just seeing what does everybody else think? And ask people who actually have experience in the industry as opposed to his 5-year-old kid who's picking the most handsome guy on the pic by his picture. I mean, that's ridiculous.
We got Tony
Tony,
from the Bronx. He
go
says,
ahead.
hey
Yep.
guys, the Giants aren't going to let Joe go, and it's hard, but uh, Joe can improve and learn from this. I think he will actually try to build a winning team for 2026.
Well, God,
We
from
can
your
we can
mouth
only
to
hope.
God's ears. Your mouth to God's ears. I mean,
We
that's
can
what we
only
need.
hope. That's
Yeah,
that's
that's what we
exactly what we
need.
need. This is a learning opportunity, but every season was learning opportunity. The guy has a 20-40-1 record.
Oh my
He has a
God.
20-40-1 record as general manager for the New York Giants.
Did you see that we haven't had back-to-back wins?
Since like what, 20, what do you say?
It was 2023 weeks. It was weeks 11, 14. It said between those weeks. Yeah, that was the last time. 11,
And again, it's at the end of
2023.
the season. It's always at the end of the
Right.
season. It's never
Right.
when we need the wins at the beginning of the season. It's always when we're down and out, everyone's already ready for the season to be over, and then we start winning. It's a toxic relationship.
It, it's so
They
toxic.
they execute when we don't want them to, and when we desperately need them to, they never show up. That's how the New York Giants are. And they used to never be like that. It used to be when Eli Manning was down in the fourth quarter, you had faith he was going to come back. He has some of the most, I think he's in the top 5 or whatever for fourth quarter comeback wins in NFL history. That is what the New York Giants fans, at least me and my mom and others from our generation, are used to. But with these Giants, it's they play their hearts out the first 3, sometimes only the first 2 quarters, and they're done the rest of the game. I'm going to go back to this meme that I see frequently. The caption says, where the New York Giants would be if the NFL games only lasted 3 quarters. And it showed Brian Daboll hoisting the Vince Lombardi trophy.
Yes, that's a that's a great meme. It's
If we
great.
literally only had 3-quarter games, you know how many games we would win?
Oh
Our
yeah, we
would
would be
be?
in the playoffs.
We'd have like 10 wins. At least we'd have at least 10 wins.
Yeah.
Michael says, where was this chemistry in the beginning and middle of the season? Exactly. The problem is in the beginning and the middle of the season, you had Brian Daboll at the helm, and
It's
you had
true.
Shane Bowen. When you got those two bums running the team, that's what you get. You get a 20-40-1 career record. You have a 24% win rate as a head coach, Brian Daboll.
Oh my God.
Like, what are you? It's embarrassing. I can't believe he stayed as the head coach for as long as he did.
Let me
Joe
tell you
Shane
something.
should have fired him sooner.
He's still gonna pop up somewhere. Someone's gonna hook him up. One of his boys is gonna hook
He
him
better
up.
not be a head coach. He doesn't deserve it. He
No,
doesn't
I don't
deserve
think
it.
so. I think he'll have to do what they did with Robert Saleh. Saleh, who actually has had a stellar season as defensive coordinator for the 49ers, right? And now they're talking about him maybe being able to move on again and potentially back into a head coaching role
Until he fails
because
again.
until he fails again. But he's done a bang up job with the Niners this season as a defensive coordinator. So there you go, and he's getting much better weather patterns out in San Francisco. But yeah, I really feel like this was one of the worst seasons I've ever had to endure with this Giants team, and I don't want to have to go through this again. And
Man,
they
this feels like
just
deja
squeaked.
vu.
They just squeaked these last two wins, so that they could not have a worse season than in 2024.
So let me get this straight. They are okay with our 100th season's anniversary being the worst season ever. That's what you're saying.
Well,
They're okay with that.
I think they won four in the 2024, and it's four this season. I think it's 4-4,
It felt
right?
like we only won 2 last year, but all right,
No,
that's
I
fine
think
with
it
me.
was four. I think it was four. Um, it still was. I mean, a horrific uh 100th season. This being our 101st season, we just matched the 100th season wins, which is nothing to celebrate, nothing to be excited about. The only thing we can look forward to is some of our best guys coming out off of IR and being able to make things pop for our 2026 season. I like this kicker Saul. He seems like he reminds me of Gano actually.
Don't say that.
um
Don't do that.
Gano's a good kicker.
No, he was, but now he's not. Don't do that.
He
I don't
was
want to talk
just
about.
injured.
I
He's
don't care.
older and injured.
I don't care. I don't want to talk about Godot. Leave him
Okay.
alone.
Well,
That's the
anyway,
past.
this guy is not so bad. Anything's better than the other fella that was kicking the dirt. So
The
hopefully
other
he'll keep
three,
that.
we had four total kickers this
Four,
season.
four total kickers. Yeah,
Four.
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
You can't even keep kickers. That's how bad we are. We can't even
Yeah.
keep a kicker. And I want to say something else. This is the third time in 5 years we finished 4-13. When does it end?
When does it end? There's someone in the chat. Looks like Marquise Evans, 1906 says, "Can't never trade down." We did trade down, and that is the season that we don't like a draft that we don't like to talk about very much.
You see my face? You see what you just did? We can't never trade down. Last time we traded down, it was a disaster.
Everybody,
I'm not getting started. I'm not getting into that tangent.
I'll just say that the last time we did that.
You want to see it? Go look at the video. It's got 12,000 views. Our video has 12,000 views. You want to see what our reaction was to that? Go look at that. I'm not talking about it no more.
Just go to at NY Giants Family Bonding on YouTube. The video that we have that's pinned at the top is the video of us reacting to when we traded down and we picked up freaking Kadarius Toney.
It is an iconic reaction though.
And that was the live reaction.
It was live. In real time, I crashed out. My mom was like, "I think the Eagles are trading." I lost it. I said, "No. If the Eagles take Devontae Smith," I lost it. I exploded. When I tell you, I don't even know how my headset didn't cut out on my voice, but I lost it when I had the realization that could happen. It's like one of the most priceless rage moments ever for me. I visibly lost it.
Yeah.
So no, that still to me is a top 5 rage moment for any sports moment ever for me. Like that, it might even be top 3. I freaked out, and then when it happened, I really exploded. I lost it. No, I don't think I'll ever have a reaction like that again in the draft ever. I don't think. And what makes it worse, the goddamn Cowboys traded their pick with the Eagles. So it was like, as my mom said, a collusion.
Yes, it was.
Just to piss us off. And it worked. That is top tier rage bait. That was like the best rage bait of all time. Insane.
Yeah.
We got another message from Michael. Most of my family lives in Philly. Do you know the abuse I'm taking on a regular basis? I'm in Philly country. So is my mom.
Yeah, we both.
We understand your pain. I am engaged to a girl whose family is Eagles country. It's all Eagles. And then there's 2 Cowboys fans. There ain't no Giants over there. It's just me when I go over there. And if my mom is there, it's just me, just her. And it's just all Eagles. And then I didn't even go to church this season because that whole church is Eagles fans. I'm not going in there. not this year. No.
The Giants prevented my son from worshiping the Lord.
Because they do the Eagles chant sometimes. They do the Eagles chant at church.
In church?
Sometimes, yes.
Oh, no.
I don't want that. Number 2, they like to throw shots at me to be like, how your Giants do it. Don't worry about it. Mind your business. I don't want to go to church during football season no more. I can't do it. Unless the Giants are winning, I ain't going.
Yeah, I didn't know that was the case.
Oh! At the end, they'll be like, wait, the Eagles play at 4:00. Let's do the Eagles chant. I'm like,
what kind? I can't believe there's a church that actually incorporates.
It's just the Eagles. It's just Eagles fans. That's it. That I promise you, you ain't gonna see no Steelers fans doing that. You ain't gonna see no Cowboys fans doing that. You ain't gonna see no Raiders fans doing that. I'm thinking of all the annoying fan bases.
It's blasphemy.
You'll never see that. You'll never see that. I promise you. But if you go to church in Philly, all you're gonna hear is that stupid "Die Eagles Die" song.
Oh my goodness. Tony from the Bronx says the Giants need to get it together fast because if not, players will be asking for trades. Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
I
The
mean,
only players that we know are going to try to just hold on to jobs are going to be people like, our backup quarterbacks, like, Jameis Winston. I hope we actually keep him because I like his personality.
Russell Wilson, get the hell out of town.
Russell Wilson probably might want to
Retire.
stay because
Actually, just
Sierra's
retire.
happy.
Retire.
See, but Sierra's had such a great career since
Who
she's been
cares
in New
about
York.
Sierra? She
She
ain't
did the
playing
New
football.
Year's
She ain't
Eve.
out there
It
on
was
the
just
field.
great.
Who
She was in
cares?
Times Square doing New Year's Eve. It was
My mom's
great.
just being a woman. Don't mind her. Don't mind her. We don't care about no Serena, whatever the frig you just said, Sierra,
It's
whatever her name is.
Sierra.
We don't care about her. At least I don't. I care about winning football games, and if Russell Wilson ain't doing that, he can get the hell out.
Yeah, I don't
Period.
think they need to have veterans as backups, but I would say we keep Jameis because he is reliable and he's very good on the sidelines, very good at calming guys down, and we need that. We
Well, the
need
thing
that type
about
of
this
leadership.
is, uh, Tony says people might want to leave, but with Jackson Dart and Cam Scadaboo, I don't think that's going to be happening.
Yeah, that's true. They
Those
might we
players
won't just
get galvanize around them. They get
right,
behind those guys, and
right.
if we still have them, then you still have the morale. Cam Scadaboo was on the field, albeit in street clothes. He was there, and
Yeah,
he wanted to support the team on the sideline. That is a leader. So if we keep those types of people in our locker room, people will want to stay just to be with them. Not because of the
yeah.
coaches or the managers. They don't give a damn about them. They care
It's
about
true.
their brothers that they go out there in the field with. So that's why it looks so bad when Daniel Jones was there. Ain't nobody want to play with him. At least in New York, nobody wanted to play with him.
Yeah, it's
When
true.
Jackson Dart got there, all of a sudden the offensive line looked different, and it was the same people. Just think about that. We didn't change anything about the offensive line, but they
It's
went
true.
from bottom 5 to 17, all because we had Jackson Dart and
Yeah,
Cam Scadaboo.
yeah,
It was the person. It was the player. Like I said, I was like, nobody wants to play for Daniel Jones, at least in New York, especially after you overpaid him and didn't pay Saquon. Nobody wanted to play for him. The second he leaves, we get some new life. We get a young quarterback. We get a young running back. Everybody all of a sudden is moving different. Despite the injuries, they still played with a lot of moxie this season.
yeah,
Most of the losses came at the last 5 minutes, and that hurts my soul to say that. But most of our losses this season happened in the last 6 minutes of the game.
yeah. It's like we gave up.
It
It was
wasn't like we were
bad.
getting demolished. There were some games we got demolished,
Right.
but it wasn't every game.
There were games that we 100% should have won. So there's that. I can't beat the dead horse anymore on this one. My next thing I want is to see who stays and who goes in the next 24 hours. We will be seeing that as far as who's on the roster,
Mm-hmm.
and who will be released and needs to negotiate and whatever else they need to do. Michael Holmes says that I think we won 6 to 7 games in 2 years.
6-7. Sorry, it's not funny.
The GM doesn't.
I hate that meme.
Yeah,
I do, guys. I don't like it.
yeah,
It's not really a
yeah,
meme. It's brain rot. But it's
yeah.
just whenever I see 6-7, I think 6-7. It's annoying. It's annoying.
Stupid kid
It's
thing.
not. It's not a good thing.
Tony from the Bronx says, "What position should the Giants get in the first round? Do you think we should bring back Robinson? Wandale, I think he's productive.
If we bring back Wandale and we're at like pick like 7, just go for a receiver. Nobody wants that pick unless they desperately need somebody that's available there. I say whatever pick we get from 2 to 7.
Mm-hmm.
Most of these decisions are probably going to be made in the last minute with what Joe Shane would do with the pick. More than likely, a team will call him and say, so this person's still available at 7. What do we need to give you to get this pick?
Yeah,
And then Joe Shane should just ask for the haul because they're going to say no to the haul anyway. And then just
right.
meet them in the middle. Just ask for the haul. And it also depends on where they're at. What if the team that calls is like picked like 16
Yeah,
and they want to move up all the way to 7, almost 10 spots?
yeah.
So like you got to think about it like that. I think the Giants can have a lot of leeway with this. We do need a receiver though. We need more depth at the receiver
We
and
need
DB
more depth
position,
at the receiver. Yeah,
and maybe get another lineman. I don't know where or what position, but we need more depth at the line position because whenever one of our best linemen goes down, we're just screwed. We don't.
it's true, and it's been this way for some
Yep.
time, and we
Yep.
need to get beyond that.
Yeah. We need
Do you
depth.
have
We
it?
need people that we could depend on.
Yeah, we could get into more detail on this. I think we'll try
That'll be a
to.
different video. We ain't talking to college people in this video.
Right. We need to talk about, when we talk, when we know who's staying and who's going, and then we'll get into a little more draft stuff in a different video. But we'll close things out. I want to thank everybody for really just being part of our family once again, and our what was this, like our sixth season or something like that? I'm
It's either
starting
our fifth or sixth.
right.
We've been doing
Of
this for a while.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a while. We started during the pandemic, and we've been very consistent with it. And we want to thank you for joining us and being part of the family. Always we hope that you can also support us and pick up some of our merch at retailsecret.com. We have our In Dart We Trust shirts. We've got family
Fire Joe
bonding
Shane is still
shirts.
eligible. If, he,
we,
if that fool is staying, we should still keep that on the market.
Yeah, we still have that. Definitely check that shirt out. It's at Retail Secret. Our mug, but definitely, please
The
just
mug is excellent, chat.
mug is actually a great
I like
vibe.
the mug.
Get our merch
I'll
at
stand up so you
Retail
can see the
Secret.
dirt shirt.
There's the dirt shirt. Let's fit. What size is that?
This is extra large.
Just bend down so we can see the top
Oh, they
logo.
can't see it?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. Yep. So there you go. Turn around now. Yeah. So that's extra large. So yeah, it looks good. There's still some room in that one on you. Even though the sun couldn't fit the extra. There's oh no, there's a large. Sorry, I screwed up.
Nice
I didn't.
try. Nice try.
He didn't. The shirt I
Nice
bought him
try.
for
She thinks I'm a
Christmas
large.
was
What
a
a joke.
large. They did. They
Yeah, I'm
didn't
a large
have.
at 220
They didn't
pounds.
have. They
Okay.
didn't have. They didn't have XL. I thought maybe he'd want to, aspire to fit into it. But anyway,
No, why would I want to aspire to fit into that? I'm okay with being 220 pounds. Thank you very much.
Oh my goodness. Well, we want to thank you again, and we'll post definitely in the next couple of weeks, if not sooner than weeks, about some of the
Salute
things
to
that are
you,
popping
Prime.
off. Yes. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the season watching other teams in the playoffs and other teams going to the Super Bowl.
We will be reacting to the Eagles losing because they ain't winning anything.
Oh
We
yes,
will
we
be
will do a
reacting to this. I will
yes.
be. If my mom ain't here, I'll be here.
He will definitely do. I will.
I
I
will
want to be a
troll
part of
Eagles
it. If I can
fans.
be, I will. Yes, absolutely.
I will troll them. And I'll wear my Saquon Barkley jersey. I don't care. I will troll them.
I'm wearing mine today. This is the only
Really?
thing I. Yeah, this
You
is
really, you
this
really
is
were miserable today.
this is not a single. This is, even though this is Singletary's number. I did not buy a Singletary. This
Can I
is
say
still has
something?
Barkley. Yeah.
I just thought about this. Not only when I went to church last week, because I did go last week. You know who was sitting in front of me? An Eagles fan with the Saquon Barkley jersey.
Just to add insult to injury.
This is why I don't like going to church in Philadelphia.
It's rough. It's definitely rough.
And
Thanks.
he kept like getting up and getting all hype and clapping. I'm like, sit your ass down. I don't want to see that damn Saquon Barkley jersey. And he was also loud. He was like, yes, praise God. I'm like, oh my God.
He's praying for his team to win. All right. And thank you, Prime 0718. Salute, G family. Yes, we salute to you too. Salute to Tony from the Bronx. Salute to Michael Holmes at 3707. Thanks to a bunch of people who've been in the chat all season. We appreciate you all.
Yes.
Come back with us. Let's keep the conversation going in the community. I will definitely, if nothing else, I will try to post something tomorrow in reaction to any roster moves tomorrow.
If
as
there's
far as
anything,
releases go.
if there's big roster moves, we'll just do something together.
Yeah. All right. So take care, everybody. And then, like I said, enjoy the rest of the non-Giants playing 2025 season.
In Dart We Trust.
In Dart We Trust. Go to our merch, retailsecret.com. Bye.